Good morning, everyone. Hopefully you know this, but if not, I'm Amanda Laskowski. I'm the academic advisor in the Integrative Studies program at NKU, and I wanted to reach out to all my students with a couple quick video updates. It's been a while since I've done a video update. If you don't have time to watch this, I'm trying to keep it just to a couple minutes. I'll summarize in the written comments below, but I want to talk about three things: the current semester, summer and fall registration, and graduation. So right now we're in the 5th week of the spring semester. For those of you in accelerated courses, you're already past the midterm point of your first 7-week accelerated courses. Those midterm grades posted on Friday in my NKU, so check that out if you haven't already. And today is actually the last day to withdrawal, as a quick reminder from any of those classes, if that's something you're thinking about. But for most of you in 16-week courses, you've still got a ways to go until the midterm point. I hope everybody's enjoying your courses. I know that there's still a lot of distractions going on outside of the classroom, but our professors are working really hard to make sure that whether it's an online course, an in-person course, or some sort of hybrid, hopefully you're enjoying the material. The summer and fall schedule, even though we're just at the beginning of the spring still, summer and fall schedule is going to post in about 2 weeks. On Monday, February 22nd is when we're expecting a majority of the departments to publish their schedules in my NKU. So if you're a planner and you love the day the schedule comes out, that's the day that you can plan for. Things still might shift a little bit with individual courses after that date, but starting on February 22nd is when you can start adding things to your cart for the summer and fall. Now, you won't actually register for summer and fall classes until end of March, early April. They'll be publishing those dates soon, and I'll be sure to share that based on your credit hours, which date you're registering. But you might have noticed today that an advising hold was placed on your account. This went on everybody's account in the College of Arts and Sciences, which includes Integrative Studies students. Unless you're an accelerated online student, then you don't have an advising hold. The advising hold is not there to be punitive or problematic. It's there to ensure that we have some sort of connection before you keep going in additional courses in the summer or fall. So we have plenty of time to resolve this. If you're graduating this spring and everything's already in order with your paperwork, I'll be running that list soon, and we'll be removing those advising holds soon, so you don't need to be in touch with me about that. But for most of you, the way your advising hold is removed is by us having some sort of advising appointment, which this semester will likely be on Zoom or phone, but you can also schedule an email advising appointment with me if that's best for you. That helps me if you actually schedule it to make sure I have time on my calendar to look at your account and provide all the right guidance. So I'll be sending a link in about 2 weeks, right when the schedule comes out, to get those appointments scheduled with me so we can touch base and get your advising hold removed and just make sure things are going well and you're staying on track for graduation. And even if you're an accelerated online student and you don't have an advising hold, you're still welcome to meet with me, whether via Zoom, phone, or email conversation, to kind of touch base before you register for summer and fall classes. I think that's always a good idea. And then finally, if you are graduating, I briefly talked about the spring grads. By now, everything should be in order. If you're graduating this May, you can view your graduation status in my NKU in the Apply to Graduate section. Hopefully you're marked as on track to graduate, which means everything's been submitted for the paperwork, you've been preliminarily reviewed, and all they're waiting on is your final courses. There are some other statuses there. If you have a question because it's not on track to graduate and it's something else, you can reach out to me, but usually they're pretty clear about missing a course or a low GPA or something like that. If you're planning to finish in the summer or the fall, which would be August or December, now is the time to be applying for graduation. And some of you have already taken care of this, but a lot of you still need to do that. I will submit the instructions in this email. It's a quick form that you submit in my NKU in the Apply to Graduate page, basically just providing your address and a couple other pieces of information. After you apply in my NKU, then I run the reports of who's applied, and I'll submit the paperwork for you with all of your courses and things like that. So you don't need to worry about the second piece. You just need to apply in my NKU. We try to make that a simple process. The deadline to do so isn't until March or April, but earlier is always better, so we can get that stuff in order as soon as possible for you, and just kind of get that off your to-do list. So there is a small fee associated with applying for graduation, but it's not due the moment you apply. So if you apply today for summer or fall, The fee is $50, but you don't need to pay that today. It'll just get billed to your student account, and then before summer, fall classes would be a really good time to take care of that. You can pay it whenever you're able to. The longer you wait to apply, the higher the fee increases. So that's the other benefit of applying early, is making sure you have the lowest fee possible. So those are my updates about spring semester, registering for summer and fall, which again won't actually happen until the end of March, early April, but we are expecting the schedule to come out in 2 weeks, and we'll start thinking about advising appointments soon. So that's why I wanted to update on that. And then finally, also applying for graduation. I hope everybody's doing okay. I'm certainly available if you have questions, and I'll look forward to connecting with each of you one-on-one as much as possible in the coming months to chat about your plans. Have a great week, everybody.